As the investigation into North Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz continues, his communications director has resigned. Since early last year, Gaetz has been under federal investigation for possibly having sex with a 17-year-old girl and paying her to travel across state lines. Gaetz denies these accusations. Meanwhile, Eyewitness News has learned that federal investigators have spoken to at least a half-dozen local residents about the broader investigation into former Seminole County tax collector Joel Greenberg. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says if the claims against Gaetz are true, he should at the minimum be removed from the House Judiciary Committee. Pelosi also says the House Ethics Committee should consider the allegations. If convicted of a felony, Gaetz would lose his House seat, of course, but there are no rules about lawmakers who are under investigation.
And new right now at 6, we are hearing a voicemail that puts Congressman Gaetz and former Seminole County tax collector Joel Greenberg in the same place. We're also learning more about text messages sent from Greenberg to an employee over a late-night visit to a branch office. Channel 9 Seminole County reporter Jeff Coolidge live at the Lake Mary office for us tonight. And Jeff, those text messages may have been what led them to begin investigating Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz.
And Martha, the two men were very close. They spent a lot of time together. In fact, according to some text messages we obtained, the two were at this office in Lake Mary after hours. What they were doing, we still don't know.
My dear Anna, this is your favorite tax collector. I'm up in the Panhandle with your favorite U.S. Congressman, Mr. Gaetz.
This is the message former Seminole County tax collector Joel Greenberg and Congressman Matt Gaetz left on State Representative Anna Eskamani's voicemail on the 4th of July in 2019. She never shared it before today.
Hi, Anna.
And we were just chatting about you and talking about your lovely qualities. And
we think you're the future of the Democratic Party in Florida.
Well, see, I know you're the future of it, so there's no thinking involved.
Eskamani says the most telling thing about the voicemail is Greenberg's close relationship with Matt Gaetz.
Very close to each other and would vacation together and travel together. It was very eye-opening to just realize that he was, attempting to get closer to me, and it was something that I'm really glad I did my best to keep that distance. It was out of the blue, but also this behavior of two men acting like college kids is all too common in politics. And so you kind of just almost accept it as the norm versus realize that there's, something much deeper happening, which again is why it's so important that we share our stories.
It wasn't just random phone calls to local state reps. Greenberg and Gaetz did together. Text messages from April 16, 2018, provided to Eyewitness News by the website The Daily Beast, show a conversation between Joel Greenberg, then the Seminole County tax collector, and an employee. The employee asks Greenberg, "Did you happen to visit the Lake Mary office on the weekend?" Greenberg replied, "Yes, I was showing Congressman Matt Gaetz what our operation looked like. Did I leave something on?" In another text obtained by the Daily Beast with a timestamp of September 2nd, 2018, Greenberg asks an employee named Amy for help to get Matt Gaetz a replacement ID or driver's license. Now, Alan Bird, a spokesperson for the tax collector's office here in Seminole County, told me that surveillance video of any after-hours office meeting of Greenberg and Gaetz does not exist anymore since the video expires after 60 days. Bird did confirm that Gaetz visited the supervisor's office in late 2017 and 2018, but Greenberg introduced him to various office employees at the time. He did say there was, at the time, video of Greenberg with people at the office after hours, but the video is so dark and grainy, they were not able to identify the men that Greenberg had with him. Reporting live in Lake Mary, Jeff Coolidge, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.